18, 2021, Monday. Good morning, this is your Kaifa Arkezan, bringing you the latest news in the different branches of science. And you are watching NBC News. It is said that the Filipinos, the air they inhaling is not safe and unclean. In December 2020, the Air Quality Index for Manila recorded levels 91 USAQI, which classifies as moderate according to the World Health Organization recommendation. The main pollutant being PM2.5 with concentration of 37.2 micrograms per cubic meter according to the study of AQI. 37.2 is higher than a safe level according to the World Health Organization, which is 10 micrograms per cubic meter. And PM2.5 is very much low pollutant that it can possibly enter to the respiratory tract of the human, which can cause or affect lung cancer, asthma, and heart disease. Before the lockdown, the Philippines ranked 57 out of 98 countries in IQAir's world most polluted countries. And we have here the report about physics, and Barrios will report that. Barrios?
Hi, my name is Marty Di Barrios, the reporters for today. The latest news for today is all about P6, a P6 modeling study of SARS-CoV-2 transport in air. The health threat from SARS-CoV-2 airborne infection has become a public emergency of international concern during the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. People have been advised by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention to maintain social distancing of at least 2 meters to limit the risk of exposure to the coronavirus. That's all. Thank you.
My name is Mahati Radi Abubakar, one of the reporters today. Scientists got scent of solution to stop cats and dogs from fighting. New research shows that synthetic pheromones, chemical animals relate to communicate with each other, may be the solution to a Tom and Jerry conflict in your home feliway friends, which emits calming pheromones for cats and adaptil for dogs. After 6 weeks of filling their homes with the harmless, odorless, and colorless chemical participants in a UK study were relieved of their cat and dogs undesirable interaction such as chasing and fighting. Instead, pet owners reported no touching shared relaxation, RSN, happier household. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. I am Moreha Dagit. The novel coronavirus originated with wild animals, but its fallouts affect so many more. For communities across the world, 2020 has been a tumultuous year. The SARS-CoV-2 virus, which causes COVID-19, spread from the few people at the Chinese wildlife market to over 72 million people by the end of the year. Animals suffered both by becoming sick with the virus and from the socioeconomic impacts of the pandemic. Pandemic also highlighted the deadly cost of animal exploitation. Experts warn that we need to fundamentally change our relationship with animals, like wildlife and farm animals, to prevent future pandemic. Again, I am Moreha Dagit reporting.
I am Nur Iman Omar and I'm one of the reporters today. Bacterium protects rice plants from disease. Rice is the staple food of about half of the world's population. The cultivation of rice plant is very water intensive, and according to the German aid organization Wilfanger Hilfe, around 15% of rice plant is grown in area with high risk of drought. Global warming is therefore becoming increasingly problematic for rice cultivation, leading more and more often small harvests and hunger crisis. Crops failures caused by plants pathogens further aggravate the situation. Here, conventional agriculture is trying to counteract this with pesticides, which are usually used as a precautionary measure in rice cultivation. The breeding of resistance plants is the only alternative to these environmentally harmful agents and currently only successfully moderately. If the plants are resistant to one pathogen thanks to their breeding, they're usually more susceptible to the other pathogens or are less robust under adverse environmental conditions. That's all. Thank you.
January 18, 2021, Monday. Good morning. This is Saida Mama, your reporter. Manila, Philippines. In about months' time, the Filipino may start taking the part in the biggest global effort to find vaccine to end the most devastating epidemic humanity has to face. The clinical trial of COVID-19 vaccine in the Philippines are going to be different from those it has hosted in the past, given the high stake of new coronavirus had already killed 1.3 million people in 161 countries since nearly the outbreak in China. More than 100 vaccines against the SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes the severe respiratory disease, are going to develop worldwide and undergoing the various stages of clinical trial, such the clinical trial ensure that the vaccine are both safe and effective for the people. Your reporter, Saida Mama. Thank you.
I am Bayhadiro to Samal, one of the reporters today. Immunology latest report. A large study of UK healthcare workers find that immunity after coronavirus infection lasts 4 months. But those with an antibiotic may still be able to scare and spread the virus upon exposure. Immune responses from a previous SARS-CoV-2 infection reduce survival risk of reinfection by more 83% for at least 5 months. According to preliminary data from a study of more than 20,000 UK healthcare workers published by Public Health in England, the researchers caution that people previously infected may still be able to transmit the virus.
I am Naima Tibto, one of the news reporters for today, and I am about to bring you the latest news on NASA, particularly about astronomy. NASA is hosting a media briefing on January 27, Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to discuss about the landing of the Mars 2020 Perseverance rover. The event will air on NASA TV, the agency's website, and on YouTube. Perseverance will land on February 18, carrying some new technologies and instruments, including the Ingenuity Mars helicopter. Perseverance will use a drill on the end of its robotic arm to capture rocks and regoliths samples in metal tubes, which will then be deposited on the surface of Mars for a future mission to collect and return to Earth. The primary goal of the Perseverance is to seek for signs of ancient life on the red planet. That will be all. Thank you. And let's get back to our main reporter now, Mr. Kaifa Kasan.
That's all for today's news. Again, I am Kaifa Arkezan, bringing you the latest news on the different branches of science. Good morning.